guys, welcome back to Dimitra's Dishes. So you're probably wondering what all this stuff is out here for. Well, I've been getting lots of questions about what do you absolutely need to begin cooking. So I'm really going to take you over the basics. This is just, if you have this stuff, you could pretty much bake, cook, roast, pretty much make almost all of my recipes. It's nothing fancy, nothing expensive. I'm going to go over it pretty much one by one and move things out of the way as we go. So you're definitely going to need a little saucepan, and I go with stainless steel. I don't buy anything with the non-stick coating inside. I like to keep things natural and healthy, and I don't like the non-stick cookware. So I like stainless steel or what is that? Cast iron and with enamel coating. So this is a regular frying pan if you want to fry eggs. Again, it's an alternative to those non-stick cookwares. This doesn't stick. It's coated with enamel. And it's definitely not toxic, just like the non-stick coatings are. I don't care what they say. I will not use them. Even if they tell me that it's non-toxic, I don't believe them. So I stick with this or a nice cast iron skillet, which is a definite must. Have one deep pot for like boiling pasta and whatever and cooking stews. It's really good. They come in sets, so if you want to buy a set, go ahead, buy one. Keep it stainless steel. Try to get the ones that are like heavier on the bottom, that prevents burning and stuff like that. Let me move these on the side. Spoke about those. Okay, definite. Have as many of these as you can afford. I would go to like Costco or one of those big stores, and each time I'm there, they come, I think, usually in packs of 2. These are aluminum half-sheet pans. They are so good for so many reasons. I broil in these. I put my pie plates in these, transfer things in and out of the oven. They're good for almost everything, and I definitely highly recommend that you have at least 2 in your house. Move these out of the way. Now, these are probably my favorite pots. They're cast iron, and then they're coated with enamel, and they come in all these beautiful colors. I highly recommend that you have them. They go from stovetop to oven to table. I mean, I have served food in these many, many times. They're so pretty. They make me happy when I cook with them. So I have them in all different colors. You can just start off with one. And the good thing is they started off making this really expensive company that I'm not going to name. This is not from that company. I've actually found really inexpensive ones, and they work just as good. I mean, I've cooked with them hundreds of times. They're still in really good condition, so you don't need those $300-$400 ones. These are about probably $30-$35 each, if you can believe it. So that's why I have more than one of them, right? So these I highly recommend. Okay, let's move on to, move this out of the way, my cast iron skillet. I think I've had this for about 15 years. It definitely cost me under 20 bucks. I don't know exactly how many dollars it actually cost. It's really, really good for so many uses. I've made omelets in this. I need it. I use it when I'm making bread, to create that steam in the oven. If you watch my videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. Get it. The only thing is, it'll last forever, but you have to, after you cook with it, when you wash it, you really can't wash it with soap, even though they say you can. I've washed mine with soap hundreds of times. After you wash it, heat it up over your fire and then rub lots of oil on it so that way it doesn't rust. Once it rusts, it's garbage. So definite must have. Now, roasting pans. I would highly recommend that you buy one of these big ones. They fit lots of chickens in them. They fit big batches of pasticcio, moussaka, lasagna, turkey. All you need is one, and you can make lots of good food with this. A huge serving of my gemista, which are my stuffed vegetables for like a big party. Definite must have. You should have a 10-inch deep pie plate. Again, these come in beautiful colors. They also come in clear, so get whichever one you like. Make sure it's a deep dish one, because why make a little bit when you can make a lot, right? So have one of these. Okay, baking trays. These are perfect for making lasagna, cakes. I like the ceramic ones way better than glass. I have had glass shatter on me in the oven. Not fun, especially when you're making 2 trays of chicken and the top glass breaks onto the bottom one. Guess what? Instead of bringing it to a potluck, you have a huge mess to clean up. So get a ceramic or stainless steel. These are pretty inexpensive, and you can do a lot of things in this. You can make desserts, you could roast chickens, you can make lasagna in them, lots of things. So make sure you have one, a 9 by 13 inch one, and this is by 2 inches. The deeper you can get it, the better, because then you can make more with it. And lots of recipes call for that measurement, so it's a good one to have. Now, a box grater doesn't get cheaper than that. Really simple, can do millions of things. You could grate cheese with it, carrots, lots of stuff with it. Have one. You could even zest a lemon with it if you don't have a microplane. I highly recommend that you have one of those, though. It's perfect for zesting citrus and even sometimes shredding cheese on top of dishes. Really inexpensive. Rolling pin, should have one. I have used bottles in the past, wine bottles, water bottles, but it's inexpensive. Why not? You buy it once, it lasts forever. A vegetable peeler, really important. Tongs, I would highly recommend that you get 1 or 2 pairs of these. Really useful. A bunch of these stainless steel cooking utensils. A can opener, you don't need a fancy schmancy electric one. 99-cent store brand works just as fine. Some measuring cups, you're gonna need measuring cups when you're baking, and once you start baking, I think you're gonna keep doing it. It's a lot of fun, really rewarding. So get some measuring cups, they're really cheap, why not have them? Sifter can double for many, many different things. You should have one. A strainer, don't judge me, it's just really old, but why throw it away? It still works, right? They make them in stainless steel. If you want to get a fancy one, be my guest, but I've had this one for probably like 15 years and it's still good, so why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, mixing bowls. I like stainless steel or glass. I use glass, especially on the show, so that way you could see what's in it. Glass can also go from the kitchen prep area to the table. It's really simple, pretty, put things in there and serve it. The thing I love about stainless steel bowls, if you've watched my lasagna video, I have actually cooked the filling. It went in from here, from the prep area, onto my stovetop, especially if you have a gas stovetop. They're really, really versatile, easy to clean, must have. A hand mixer. Now, you don't need that fancy tabletop, really expensive, I won't name the brand because they don't pay me to advertise. You can get one. A tabletop mixer is something good to have. It makes your life easier, especially when you're baking, but you don't need one. You can make every single one of my recipes that are on my channel and on my blog with just a simple hand mixer, and it comes with all the necessary attachments. Really cheap. It's like under 30 bucks. You don't have to get the really expensive ones. These work just as well. And another must-have, wooden cooking spoons. I love them. Rubber spatulas, must-haves. Whisks. Make sure you have a few different ones. I like to have these really small ones, bigger ones. I have really, really big ones too. You don't need to have that many, but 1 or 2 are good, And then a knife set. I will not show the brand because they don't pay me to advertise, but I can guarantee you it's not a really expensive brand. My big chef's knife is missing, but it comes with every single knife that you need. You can get them really literally for under 50 bucks. They will last you really long. Get a good knife sharpener, keep them nice and sharp, and you'll be good to go with all of your recipes. I highly recommend that you have a wooden chopping board. It comes in handy for lots and lots and lots of dishes. And then last but not least, for the more expensive equipment, it's not even that expensive, but a regular mixer. And this, I can guarantee you, again, is under 30 bucks. It's not that really fancy $200 one. You can get that if you want, but you don't have to. I mean, if somebody's buying it for you, why not? But this serves the purpose, and it's just as good. You're going to need it. And this is an 11-cup food processor. It's a good size to have. I have worked with smaller ones, but it gets a little hard to process like a bigger batch of pesto or chop a bunch of walnuts or almonds up. An 11-cup measured food processor is probably my favorite one to have in the kitchen. It is a little more expensive than all of these other things, but if you take care of it, you buy it once, and it should last a really long time. That's pretty much it. If I think of anything else, I'll put it up on my blog. And if you have any more questions regarding any of the stuff that I use in my kitchen, feel free to email me. I like to see messages underneath on my channel. I have fun answering those. So let me know if you have any other questions. That's pretty much it. It's really simple. Cooking is easy. You don't need expensive equipment, as you can see. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.